Az Afrikai Nemzetek Kupája-győztes és olimpiai aranyérmes Jay-Jay Okocha Magyarországra látogatott, mivel fia AJ a Brookhouse College futballakadémiával a Real Sportiskola U17-es nemzetközi tornáján vett részt, amelyet szombaton és vasárnap rendeztek meg Rákospalotán. A Nemzeti Sportnak lehetősége adódott arra, hogy interjút készítsen a nigériai legendával, aki többek között mesélt az 1994-es világbajnokságról, valamint az 1996-os olimpiáról, ahol a magyar válogatott ellen is játszott.
Well, yes, I mean it was a tough game, but I think we did well based on our experience in 1994. You know, after our loss against Italy. 2 years later we were a bit more matured, you know, and for us playing against Hungary was like deja vu, you know. We had the experience, I think, more than they do, you know, and I think that played a big role. When you've experienced a bitter defeat, you know, you learn from it. You don't want it to happen again, you know. It could happen, but you try all your best, you know, to not for it to happen again. And I think that was what we showed against Brazil, you know, never die attitude, you know, to try and win the game coming from behind like Italy did against us. So mentally we were strong, and physically we were prepared as well to go all the way, and I think that also helped our cause.
Okocha a Bundesliga történetének egyik legszebb gólját lőtte Frankfurtban, amelyet részletesen körül is írt.
Well, I think I was on the bench during that game. You know, I just lost my place because the manager said that he wanted to change the tactic a bit. You know, so I was upset, and I had in mind if I get the opportunity, you know, to try and win my position back. But honestly speaking, I didn't plan to hold on to the ball that long. You know, I was trying to score, but whenever I raised my head, I would see an opponent in front of me, and I tried to dribble him. I would raise my head, I would see another one, you know. And of course, dribbling used to be one of my strengths, you know, and I had the patience to wait until I saw an opportunity to shoot, and afterwards it was a perfect goal, you know. Everything worked out according to plan, but honestly speaking, I didn't plan to hold on to the ball that long.
Ekkor még nagyon fiatal volt, később azonban olyan csapatokban is megfordult, mint a Fenerbahce és a PSG. Most pedig megosztotta velünk, ki is volt a legjobb játékos, akivel együtt játszhatott karrierje során.
Well, I think the best player I played with, I would say Ronaldinhóval, even though I played with a couple of great footballers, you know, but Ronaldinhóval was outstanding for me because I could see similarity in our game, and we don't even need to talk to understand each other, you know. So what a great talent, and for him to have gone and won what best footballer, I mean, says it all, you know. When he came, he was, I think, 20, his first team in Europe, you know. So I remember when I first went to Europe, how tough it was as well for me to adapt, you know, not understanding the language and different mentalities. So yeah, so I used to talk to him, you know. I tried to make him feel at home, you know, and I'm glad that later on he realized that helped him a lot.
Okocha elmondása szerint mindig is ki szerette volna próbálni magát a Premier League-ben. Amikor 2002-ben a Bolton megkereste, rögtön igent mondott. Elárulta, miért a Wanderers-t választotta, illetve azt is, hogy megbánta a döntését, hogy nem igazolt egy top 4-es csapatba.
Like you rightly said, I wanted to play in the Premier League after PSG, and Bolton gave me that opportunity, and also financially they met my needs, you know. So I signed for Bolton. My initial plan was just to use Bolton, you know, to show myself in the Premier League and maybe sign on to another team, which of course after my first season I got few offers, but I fell so much in love with the club, you know, and the people, and my family also were at home there, you know, so I decided to stay longer. So, but yeah, at the beginning they made the right offer for me, and that was why I decided to go there. not at all. You know, the most important thing for me is to leave your mark. You know, wherever you are, give your best. You know, leave your legacy and open doors for the next African footballers. You know, and that was my target. And if I see where African players are playing now, it's down to what we've achieved. You know, we proved that Africa have got talents. You know, and for me, that's more fulfilling than having trophies in my cabinet. As long as the game stays 0-0 or 1-0, you know, I don't show off. You know, I stick to the tactical game of the team. You know, I try my best to try and win the game for the team. You know, but sometimes maybe the way I do things, it's a bit different from the way an European player would do it. You know, because of my foundation. You know, but once it's maybe 3-0 or 4-0, if we're winning 3-0 or 4-0, then I've earned the right, you know, to show what I can do with the ball. And of course, don't forget that people pay to come and watch. So if you have the possibility of giving them something to go home with, you know, that's a bonus.
Mindig is fájt neki, hogy soha nem nyerhette meg a legjobb afrikai futballistának járó díjat. Erről is őszintén beszélt a Nemzeti Sportnak.
I still can't believe that I didn't win it, you know, because it's difficult for me to understand if I could win BBC Player of the Year, BBC African Player of the Year 3 times in a row and not able to win the CAF African Football of the Year. I think there must have been something wrong.
Bár Okocha már 2008-ban visszavonult, a jövő fényesnek bizonyul családja számára, mivel fia remekül fejlődik a Brookhouse Futball Akadémiáján, arról nem is beszélve, hogy unokaöccse Alex Iwobi már évek óta az Arsenal felnőtt csapatában játszik, valamint a nigériai válogatottban is alapembernek számít.
Well, he just started playing last year, you know, because I didn't want him to play football, simply because of the pressure. I don't know if he can cope with expectations, you know, because people will always compare him to me, and which I find wrong. Everybody have got his own talent in his own right, you know, and we should judge them the way they are, you know, and not compare them with maybe their father or brother or uncle or whatever, you know. But he was persisting, you know, that he wants to play, and then last year I had to move him from his school to this academy to give him the chance, you know. And I would say I'm quite impressed with the way he's developing. You know, he's a big lad. He's not like me. He's a defender, but of course he's still learning. You know, hopefully he will get better. But for him, I told him it's all about having fun. Let him enjoy it. You know, if he can make a career out of it, so be it. If not, he should focus on his education. He's got his own foundation, his way of playing. He's more I would say direct player, you know. While I grew on the street, you know, tricks was what I had on the street, you know. But he started playing organized football at very young age. So, and they deny you this freedom to express yourself sometimes, you know. So, but I think he had a good foundation, and he justified it by making it to the first team, and I'm so delighted with his progress. Well, I think we always expect Nigeria to go the way, you know, especially when it comes to Africa. You know, we're still one of the dominating forces in Africa, and I think it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult because we're always a team to beat in Africa, and of course Egypt being the host now would not like the trophy to leave their nation. So yeah, it's going to be tough, but of course we always expect Nigerian team to go all the way.